Hi everyone, it's Luke here and welcome back to another video. Today you join me here at Hampton Court. I'm here for the annual Concours of Elegance. I was here last year for the first time and there was a phenomenal array of cars. So I made sure that I did not miss this one because I'm sure it's going to be just as insane. So let's get stuck in. Just come across this, probably my ideal spec for a Project A. I believe this is one of the first customer cars, but it looks absolutely stunning in the summer sunshine here. The paint actually doesn't look as pearlescent as it is in real life than it does on camera, but it's like this really deep midnight purple and it looks awesome along with the gloss black wheels and the yellow calipers. I'm loving that decal of the Jaguar badge coming towards the back of the car as well. Obviously the Project A covered in carbon fibre with this fixed rear wing along with the diffuser. And check out those arches. That is mad. And then next to that we have the Rapide AMR. Tell you what, it'd be really cool to see both of these cars head to head because they really are quite similar. Now admittedly I wouldn't normally pick out an Aston DB11, but this one in particular really caught my eye, mainly because of this interior. Just check this out. You don't see specs like this very often. Apparently this thing is actually a special limited edition, a classic driver 1 of 20, according to the plaque on the kick plate. But it's not just a very bold interior which is special, because if I kind of pan outside, we can see we have masses of green carbon. So we've got the green carbon centre caps, the green carbon side sills, and even front splitter as well. I'm not sure if you can really pick out the green in it, but believe me, it's green. To complement that, we've kind of got a very dark Nardo grey, almost like graphite grey. But I have to say, this is a spec. Okay, I've just hit the jackpot. Not one, not two, but 3 McLaren F1s. This one up to the end is of course the McLaren F1 LM. But just to see 3 of these things next to each other in totally different specs is so cool. Anyway, let's have a closer look at some of these cars. So this first one is finished in this really pearlescent orange. If anyone knows the official colour name of that, then please do let me know down in the comments. It looks so cool. Inside as well, we have the matching orange Daytona style seats. I don't need to make that out. A wooden gear stick. Insane. Looks so good when the sun comes out as well. Look at that there. So much depth in that paintwork. Moving across to the second one, this is in fact experimental prototype 5. So this was one of the cars used to test the F1 when it first came out, making this one a hell of a lot more valuable than the standard production cars. This one's finished in a dark green, it's like a British racing green. Looks so cool, along with a more subtle grey interior. Obviously the McLaren F1 has that central seating position, probably one of the most famous things about it. So if you're lucky enough to own one of these things, you can in fact take 2 friends along with you. But damn, my dream to go in one of these one day. Such a legendary car. And then of course, last but not least, we have the F1 LM, finished in, I think, McLaren orange, but I'm not entirely sure. Looks like McLaren orange anyway. Having both the standard F1 and the LM here really gives you an opportunity to have a look at the differences. Obviously we've got that fully exposed fixed wing on the back, 5-spoke satin silver wheels with that centre lock, and then of course completely stripped out interior. This thing has a matching interior as the exterior. We've also got some carbon seats in there. What a car. And like the green F1 here, this one is also an experimental prototype, but this is number 1. So this basically is the car that was tested for the F1 LM. Holy mother of McLaren F1. I spy a purple Daytona. Okay, ignore the Scuderia for now, but look at this. Holy moly. Purple Daytona. This is what you call a spec. Damn, that is stunning. Colours the interior. Fairly subtle black interior, but this paint. is unbelievable. That is stunning. For some reason, I keep on finding crazier and crazier cars as I walk around this show. Here we have an awesome Rosso Corsa 288 GTO. 272 of these produced, but only 6 of them are prototypes. And it just happens to be that this is one of them. I have so much love for the 288 GTO, and out of the big five being this, the F40, the F50, the LAF, and the Enzo, this is the rarest, and these are the ones which you hardly ever see, which means seeing one, especially here in the beautiful grounds of Hampton Court, is so special. I feel really strange having a Sprite here at a very posh concourse event, but anyway, I've been here a couple of hours now. I still haven't explored the whole event, but there are so many cool cars. They have all different eras. You've got classics, we've got modern stuff, we've got it all. And the sun's out as well, which is a bonus. But yeah, fantastic show. I love concourse events. This right here is something extremely special. This is McLaren Senna chassis number 1. It has a completely MSO livery, which I believe took 600 hours to complete, purely for the fact that it's all paint. All of these individual lines and everything is paint, and that's what I love about MSO. You can create anything that you wish. Now, as I'm sure the majority of you guys will know, it has taken inspiration from the Bugatti Veyron Blanc, which is a car which to this day I have not seen, but I really do want to. So we've got the Zagato Speedster coming in here as well, and then we have the V600 Coupe. Anyway, carrying on with the Senna. Like I was saying, this is of course chassis number 1, but it wasn't the first delivered. This was in fact the second car delivered, a car here in the UK. A black car was delivered a few weeks before. But this thing is just unreal. Those of you that have seen this car in person will completely understand what I mean, but just some of the details on this thing. We've got the one on one of the end plates here, going down towards the driver's door. We've got a little Kiwi, and then towards the front as well, we have the Brazilian track Interlagos painted on the front as well. Now, one other thing I'd quite like to mention as well before ending this little sequence is just how many miles this thing has done already. Obviously, it's probably only about a month or 2 old already. But I can imagine this thing has a few thousand miles on the clock already, because as soon as the owner collected it, it drove straight down to Paul Ricard, which is of course a racetrack in the south of France, and then all the way back up again. If I zoom into the exhaust, I don't know if you're going to make this out, but they are in fact going blue up by the tips up there. So cool to see. Actually, I imagine that the exhaust are actually going to match the blue on the bodywork once this does a few more thousand miles. But yeah, what a car, what a livery, and what an incredible way to celebrate the legend that is, of course, Ayrton Senna. This then, that is one hell of a tailor-made spec on this F12. I can't tell if that's green or brown on the central stripe, but either way, green and whatever colour that is. And we've got green bits on the wheels as well, I don't know if you can tell that with the spokes. And then we've also got green, brown and cream on the interior as well. Mental spec. Never seen anything like this before, apart from when I saw the car at Goodwood for Supercar Sunday. But anyway, so cool to see this. One hell of a one-off. And surprisingly, it actually suits this event very well. So I think I'm going to call it a day for this video. It's been a fantastic morning here at Hampton Court for the Concours of Elegance. There's been so many awesome cars from every single era that you can name. Sorry that I didn't feature all of them, but trust me, if I spin around now, you might be able to get an idea about how many cars there are here. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, please do make sure you leave a like and make sure you subscribe for all the adventures still to come.